Green light, and we are off and racing in Uruguay for the Natural Energy X Prix. It looks like the cars are pretty level at the moment. Who's using their Renault hyperdrive? Doesn't look like anyone's put a burst in. So Veloce lead the way, but they've got a little bit front-ended there, avoiding it. Oh, we've got a flag down, so that's going to be a problem. We've got cars all over the place. It looks like they've taken the wrong turning. What has happened here?
This off the start, you're on board. This was the view we had, look. Comes in hot. Okay, no, that's on board with Veloce. No, so Price has lost it on the brakes, Jenny. I wondered if there'd been contact from behind. Watch Price here. She's in the air. She comes over the bump. Watch for the compression as the car lands. There, she's into the side of Veloce, so yeah, unfortunately, they're at fault there. Price is right with Taylor now. The timing screen is showing a 10-second penalty for that drop flag, so it looks like they are going to get that penalty. She's going to need to take 10 out. Goes up the inside of Ollie Taylor. Where's Taylor now? Has Price made the pass or not? I think she might have got through. So Price has got the car up into pit. Oh, contact from behind. Taylor comes back in, clatters the back of the GMC Humvee V, and now she downs another flag.
Wowzers, I'm not quite sure how the stewards are going to unpick that, but a 10-second penalty is up there for a drop flag at waypoint 3. But look, all three going out at the same time. 3 abreast going out and switch. They're limited to 30 kilometers an hour. How's this going to shuffle out?
Kevin runs wide. Anderson going to get the whole shot. He's got to shut the door on Kevin into turn 2. Kevin is inside on the grass. They go sideways now. Anderson should just hold on, but side by side on the exit. Kevin Hansen looks like he might have edged him as they go through. Runs off to the left-hand side of the course. We think he used him on the exit, though. His door is wide open. That's a hell of a distraction. It really is.
He's trying to get it closed. Whenever he's on the straight, he's reaching up to try and close it, but he can't get it closed enough for it to seal the door. That is hot. It's gone now. It's gone.
Working away at the wheel. Oh, comes up over the bump. Looks to the inside line on Kevin Hansen. Goes deep on the brakes. Just misses the waypoint. Just misses the Veloce. And Veloce as top qualifiers are going to go through to the final. Great result for them. Is that championship hope over? I think so. 20-second time penalty for Chick Ganassi Racing.
And look at these, the semi-final 1 results. Price and Anderson with that penalty, plus 20 seconds, so they were really way back in 3rd place in the end. 2nd place for the Abt Cupra team, and 1st for Taylor and Hansen and Veloce, which means Abt Cupra and Veloce go through.
Green light, amazing reaction time in the middle of the grid from Sandswood. Looks like better traction on the inside. No, and Sands is just going to pull ahead. So Gilmore now going to have to go big over this crest jump if she wants to hold on to that inside line. Gilmore trying to make the pass. She's got that outside line, pushes in tight. Sands backs off, doesn't want to hit the flag on the inside line. At the minute, Acciona Sainz are at the back of the pack.
Well, Emma Gilmore going for the inside. She's managed to make the pass. What can Laia Sands do about this? She can't have a collision here. She's got to keep it in. She's rolled! She's rolled, and this is disaster for Acciona Sainz. Can she get going? She can!
Go
what
on.
An incredible recovery from that. Oh, they are not out of this yet, and Laia Sands, incredible. So this is a replay of what happened. We're on board with car number 55. You can see we come around to the corner. You're going up towards that hedge. She just tries to get out of the way because she knows that she's in trouble there with the McLaren coming in, and then flips it over, a double barrel roll. And then luckily it falls back on its feet again and she gets going. Let's look from the outside.
So watching Gilmore, and you can see that she's coming in hot sideways, trying to avoid the McLaren, but also trying to avoid the flag on the inside. So she's had to put the rotation in the car and allow it to run wide of the flag. And as they come into the switch, they're just 4 seconds behind the Neon McLaren Extreme E. So Acciona Sainz with 4 seconds for Carlos Sainz to close down on Tanner Faust. Sainz and Sands, their championship hopes will be over, but anything can happen. And Faust uses his Renault hyperdrive now to try and extend that gap a little bit further.
So Acciona Sainz know exactly what they have to do. They have to catch the McLaren car and overtake it to stand a chance of keeping their championship hopes alive.
Oh, Faust just clips the rear left. That's those runs we were looking at, Jenny. You saw the car bounce and almost go up on 2 wheels.
Here are our race winners. It is the Genesis Andretti United team of Timmy Hansen and Katie Mannings coming through to take the win. In 2nd place, Tanner Faust drove brilliantly. He brings it home for Neon McLaren. It was all set up by Emma Gilmore, and look at them. The car looks a mess. Their championship dreams are gone.
Results then of semi-final 2. Laia Sands and Carlos Sainz are out of the championship running with that P3 after a roll for Sands, but an epic effort by her to try and get back in the running. Faust and Gilmore go through for Neon McLaren Extreme E, and for Genesis Andretti United, Munnings and Hansen take the win in semi-final 2.
And we are green, we are racing in Uruguay in the Natural Energy X Prix, and look at those 2 title rivals going together all the way. It's X44 out in front. Who's going to get to the turn first? They take the bounce aggressively. The car flips forwards. RXR have got a bad landing. X44 take the lead away from them. They take the turn and it's almost three abreast. There's contact. RXR turn round. More context as JBXC then smash into them. Wowzers, this is a donkey derby of a race.
That was carnage, wasn't it, for RXR? They've got contact again. This is not what they need. Arlen Kotlinski runs deep into the side ahead of Hozas. Hozas is off the side of the road, and RXR have dropped back as well. This is the first bit of contact. Look, Arlen Kotlinski ran deep on the brakes into the side of head of Hozas for me. And then later on, so coming out of turn 2 now, you'll see a little bit more. Did they get alongside? Watch this into the left-hander. So that's the X44. Gutierrez went deep on the brakes, then they get a little bit of contact. Then they get a hit from Hozas back again. But it's not clear whether front left or right went first of all. When does the steering go? There's another hit.
They're slowing at the moment. The steering's gone. You can see those front wheels just pointing towards each other. But their championship hope isn't over yet.
We've seen a yellow flag at waypoint 5. That's Hozas then, is it? Hozas hasn't come out of sector 2, so they're out as well. It's a two-car race, Jenny.
And look, there's Hozas stranded in the car. Game over.
Disappointment for them.
Right, the Excite Energy Racing team are going. They get out at exactly the same time as X44. Be careful out there. Don't take any risks. Last thing you need at X44 is a puncture.
This is not what Loeb needs. He needs compact to get out of him. This is pointless. This is pointless. It's the championship leaders. Imagine if both these cars failed. At that point, RXR can crawl round the course, complete the run and go through. Yeah, so they are going to, look, they're having a crack at it. They can have a crack at it.
They know that JBXC are out of this.
They're getting across it. They've done the job they needed to do to keep their championship hopes alive. They're the only team that's done it. Fist pump. He knows they've got that done. Gutierrez and Loeb are through to the final.
RXR going out. We're just trying to work out the math of quite how much he needs to improve by. However, car number 6, disqualification for a switch zone infringement, has just come on our boards. They had more mechanics in the zone than potentially they were allowed to do that fix. So car 6 is disqualified as things stand. This is disaster for their championship talents, potentially.
Well, that's where we're at then in terms of the event. Semi-final 1, 2, and the crazy race done. RXR out of the running, but still in with a chance of winning the title, because it all depends what X44, Loeb and Gutierrez, can do in this final against Veloce, Apt Cupra, Genesis Andretti United, and Neon McLaren Extreme E. Green light for the final time in 2022. Everybody going to converge into the middle of the grid. It's a great start by Nasser Al-Attiyah in the middle. Sebastian Loeb getting hung out to dry on the outside. Next in Kevin Hansen. Timmy Hansen now coming up the inside for Genesis Andretti United. Gets in the door of Al-Attiyah in the dust cloud. Kevin Hansen drops back. Sebastian Loeb fires up the inside. Perfect start for X44. Nasser Al-Attiyah making a move on his inside line now. We know Al-Attiyah is very aggressive. Faust gets the pass on Timmy Hansen. Al-Attiyah in the lead. What's Sebastian Loeb going to do to try and get past now? He runs a little bit deep in the next corner. He's been passed by at least 2 cars. Al-Attiyah's through. McLaren are through. Looks like they drop down to P3 for X44. Contact now with Veloce. Loeb runs off to the outside. Absolute carnage at the start.
I think the sand and the dirt that's coming up makes it really hard to see. It looks like there's a little bit more contact. It looks like Loeb has just gone into the back of Andretti United. He's trying to find a way past, but visibility really poor out there right now. Loeb is trapped behind Hansen and he just cannot get past. He tries the inside, he tries the outside. Each time he tries, he's met by a wall of nothing. He uses his wipers to try and get better visibility, with the water trying to clear the mud.
5-second time penalty confirmed for Veloce. Okay, take a breath. Let's reset and have a look at where we are as they come in. 3.3 seconds is the lead for Nasser Al-Attiyah in the Apt Cupra. He's going to hand over to Clara Anderson. Tanner Faust hands over in P2 with a 1.1 second lead over Andretti United. Gutierrez has to try and find a way past Katie Munnings here. 4th place is not enough. This is a key changeover.
I was not able to take the lead in the start, and I was fast, and then, yeah, in the dust, it's very difficult.
Thanks, Ed. Good luck. Contact for X44. Gutierrez is run into Veloce, and Taylor has been hit. I don't know if that'll go to the stewards, but the two of them are battling back there for 4th and 5th.
Gutierrez now is within a fighting chance of getting up towards Munnings. Look, she's 1.5 seconds off the back of Katie Munnings. She is flinging the X44 machine around in the background. She's desperate. Can she win the title for them? 7 seconds for car number 23. So that gap has to be 7 seconds now between P3 and P4. If it's any less than that, X44 will take the championship.
So it's the win for Abt Cupra in second place. Who's it's going to be? It's going to be the McLaren coming through. Oh, it was looked so tight between Andretti United, but the champions will be X44 with a 7-second time penalty for car number 23. That looks like it is enough. X44 have won this championship. But look at that, Gutierrez finally out the car. She realises now. So 5th place for Veloce then. 4th for the Genesis Andretti United team after that 7-second penalty. 3rd for X44, enough to give them the championship title. 2nd for Neon McLaren. And a first win for Alatir and Anderson for the Abt Cupra.
Here are the championship standings at the end of the final round. 86 points for X44 Vida Carbon Racing means they win the title by just 2 points for the very first time from the reigning champions, Rosberg X Racing, Acciona Science P3, and our other titled contender, GMC Hummer EV Chip Ganassi Racing in P4.
So McLaren did manage to secure that 5th place. They were in a fight with Andretti United, but actually Abt Cupra have managed to overtake them for P6. And they dropped down to P7, just ahead of the Excite Energy Racing team, who finished 8th with 33 points. Then JBXC, with their changes of driver lineup, ended up with 27 points in 9th. And Veloce Racing, they'll be ones to watch next year with an all-new lineup of Hansen and Taylor. Impressive in their debut this weekend for the Veloce team.
What a season. Looking forward to season 3.
It's now time to celebrate!
Frustration for RXR. They just get out of the way on there. They don't feel too much like partying, but I tell you what, Lewis Hamilton's team, Sebastian Loeb and Gutierrez, they will celebrate.